He's coming back, stronger than ever. Samson Dauda, the Nigerian lion, the monster of mass, is about to shake the stage like an earthquake. This is not just a comeback. This is a warning to every competitor standing in his way. Samson Dauda has been silent for months, training in the dark, building something beyond human. And now, the beast is ready to unleash what he's been hiding. This is not the same Samson you saw last time. This is a reinvented creature of power, muscle, and fire. When you look at Samson Dauda, you're not just seeing a bodybuilder, you're looking at a walking mountain. His shoulders are as wide as a doorway. His chest looks like a steel wall, and every muscle on his body explodes with detail. This is the kind of physique that makes even the strongest men question themselves. Samson's journey has been nothing short of legendary. From humble beginnings to becoming one of the most feared names in bodybuilding, he has earned every ounce of muscle through pain, sacrifice, and relentless grind.
Yes, come on. And again, one more. Yes. Very good.
One.
While others talk about hard work, Samson lives it every single day. His training routine is brutal. No excuses, no shortcuts, just pure, unstoppable force. When Samson enters the gym, it's war. Every rep is a battle. Every set is a war zone. His intensity is something you can feel in the air. That energy, that fire. It's like watching a lion hunt. He's coming stronger than ever before. He's bigger, leaner, sharper. Every detail of his physique is tuned to perfection. His legs look like they're carved from stone. His arms, pure power. And that chest? It's a wall of muscle built for war. The bodybuilding world knows what's coming. When Samson steps on stage, the crowd doesn't just cheer, they roar. Because they know they're looking at something special. A man who's not just competing, he's dominating.
back. Come on, squeeze that better. Stretch. Draw. High, good. All on the lats. Lower lats, here we go. So let's go. Come on!
His confidence is unbreakable. His presence undeniable. When he hits a pose, it's like time stops. The lights hit his skin, and you see every striation, every cut, every drop of sweat that tells the story of a man who never gave up. Samson Dauda isn't just here to compete. He's here to take over. He's coming for the crown, and nothing can stand in his way. His physique is evolving into something that looks almost unreal, like a living sculpture of pure power. The other bodybuilders know it too. They can feel it, that pressure, that fear. Because when the Nigerian lion walks out, he owns the stage. His size, his condition, his charisma, it's all too much to ignore. This is the year Samson Dauda shows the world who he really is. Not just a competitor, but a monster built for greatness. He's been in the shadows long enough. Now, the lion is about to roar louder than ever. So get ready, because when Samson Dauda steps on that stage again, it won't just be a show. It will be a massive warning to the entire bodybuilding world. The beast has returned, and this time, he's stronger than ever. The Nigerian lion is back, and he's hungry. Nick Walker, the name that sends shockwaves through the bodybuilding world. The man built like a tank, carved from pure determination, and powered by the kind of hunger most people can't even imagine. They call him the mutant, and for good reason. His physique looks unreal, his mindset unbreakable. And now, he's coming back stronger than ever. Nick's story isn't just about muscle. It's about willpower, pain, and the drive to become unstoppable. When the world thought he was down, when the critics whispered that his time was over, Nick was in the dark, rebuilding himself piece by piece. While others rested, he was grinding. While others doubted, he was proving them wrong. Nick Walker has always been a warrior. From the very beginning, his rise wasn't easy. He didn't come from privilege or luck. He came from relentless hard work. Every rep, every drop of sweat, every sacrifice he made was a message. I will not be broken. His physique is massive, freaky, and perfectly detailed. But what truly makes him powerful is his mind. Nick's mental strength is his secret weapon, and that's what's bringing him back even more dangerous than before. There was a time when Nick faced setbacks, injuries, obstacles, moments of pain that would have ended others. But not him. The fire inside the mutant never died. It just got stronger, hotter, and hungrier. He used every moment of doubt as fuel, every criticism as motivation. The comeback isn't just physical, it's personal. This is Nick Walker rewriting his story, showing the world that true champions don't quit when it gets hard. They rise from the ashes stronger than ever. You can see it in his eyes, that focus, that drive, that unshakable belief that this is his time. He's training harder, lifting heavier, pushing his limits further than before. His body looks like a machine rebuilt from steel and fire. His shoulders are exploding with size. His arms look like they're carved from granite. And his conditioning, sharper, harder, more refined. Every movement shows discipline. Every set screams intensity. Nick Walker isn't chasing fame. He's chasing legacy. He's not here to impress people. He's here to dominate, to take back what's his. The new version of Nick isn't just bigger, he's smarter. He's more focused, more calculated. He's learned from every setback, and now he's using that knowledge to become an even greater force. This comeback is not about proving others wrong. It's about proving himself right. Because deep down, Nick always knew what he was capable of. And now, the world is about to witness it. The mutant is not just back, he's evolved. He's coming with vengeance in his veins and victory in his vision. Every workout, every meal, every recovery session. All perfectly aligned for one purpose: redemption. The comeback season has begun, and Nick Walker is writing his next chapter with unstoppable energy. He's ready to reclaim his spot among the best, not just as a competitor, but as a symbol of perseverance. Because Nick Walker's story teaches one thing: you can fall, you can break, but if your heart is strong enough, you can rise again. The pain doesn't define you, the comeback does. So now, when you see Nick Walker step into the light again, remember this moment. Remember the fire, the grind, the power behind his return. The mutant is unleashed once more, and he's coming back, stronger, harder, and more dangerous than ever before. This is not just a return. This is a rebirth. Nick Walker, the comeback monster. The living proof that nothing can stop you when your will is stronger than your pain. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the clash of legends and monsters. This is not just bodybuilding. This is a war between eras. On one side, the unstoppable king, the 8-time Mr. Olympia, Ronnie the King Coleman, and on the other, the modern-day beast, the 2-division champion, the pride of 212 and open class, Derek Lunsford. This is Ronnie Coleman versus Derek Lunsford, the battle of generations. Imagine this. The lights go out. The crowd roars. The stage shakes as two titans step forward. On the left, Ronnie Coleman, 300 pounds of pure, unrelenting muscle. On the right, Derek Lunsford, a modern monster with symmetry, razor-sharp conditioning, and freaky roundness. Two different eras, two different styles, but one mission: to prove who truly is the ultimate bodybuilder beast. Ronnie Coleman. The name alone sends chills down the spine of anyone who's ever touched a dumbbell. The man didn't just lift weights, he moved mountains. Squatting 800 pounds for reps, deadlifting 800 pounds like it was nothing, and doing it all with a smile that said, "Yeah, buddy, lightweight baby." Ronnie wasn't human. He was a walking, breathing tank made of steel and fire. His back, a mountain range. His legs, tree trunks forged in hell. His chest, a wall of armor. Every muscle screamed power. Every flex shook the stage. When Ronnie Coleman stepped on the Olympia platform, the earth stood still. But then, there's Derek Lunsford, the new era's monster. The man who turned the 212 division into his playground, and then marched straight into the open class like a beast unleashed. Derek's physique is a weapon. Thick delts, round arms, insane abs, and a back that's carved by lightning. When he steps under those lights, he brings something the modern bodybuilding world rarely sees: a perfect balance of mass, symmetry, and flow. He's not just big, he's aesthetic chaos. A body that's both monstrous and beautiful at the same time. Now picture Ronnie and Derek side by side. Ronnie, 5 feet 11 inches, 300 pounds of granite muscle. Derek, 5 feet 6 inches, 230 pounds of controlled destruction. Ronnie's dominance came from brutal size and density. Derek's power comes from precision and evolution. Ronnie's era was raw, primal, and untamed. Derek's era is sculpted, strategic, and perfected. But when the lights hit, both men transform into unstoppable monsters, flexing with the kind of energy that makes the crowd lose their minds. If these two went head-to-head, the stage would explode. Ronnie would come in like a thunderstorm, veins popping, traps exploding, the definition of mass with class. Derek would counter with razor conditioning, paper-thin skin, and that freaky 3D look that makes him glow under the lights. Front double biceps. Ronnie's peaks look like mountain tops. Derek's arms, thick and round, slicing through the air with that vacuum waist. Back double biceps. Ronnie's back is a jungle of muscle, every fiber alive. Derek's back, tight, etched, and complete from top to bottom. Side chest, two beasts colliding. The crowd wouldn't even know where to look. It's not just muscle anymore, it's war. Ronnie's legacy is carved in history. 8 Sandos, countless battles, infinite respect. He redefined what big meant. Derek Lunsford, on the other hand, is the face of the future. The proof that the next generation can stand shoulder to shoulder with legends. If these two were ever to meet, it wouldn't just be a contest. It would be an earthquake of muscle. The ultimate collision of old school brutality and new school precision. So who wins? Ronnie's sheer mass and dominance? Or Derek's modern perfection and freaky proportions? The truth is, bodybuilding fans win. Because seeing these two monsters, one from the past, one from the present, even imagined side by side, is like watching a god face his successor. Ronnie Coleman, the unbreakable king. Derek Lunsford, the evolving beast. Different times. Derek Lunsford, the new king of Mr. Olympia 2025. This is the moment every bodybuilding fan has been waiting for. The 2025 Mr. Olympia stage has spoken, and the new king has been crowned, Derek Lunsford. From a humble beginning in Indiana to standing under the brightest lights in bodybuilding, Derek's rise to the top is nothing short of legendary. Just a few years ago, Derek was the underdog, the man who shocked the world by moving up from the 212 division to the open class. Many doubted him. They said he was too small, too soft, too new for the giants of the open. But Derek didn't listen. He believed in one thing: the power of discipline. Every day, he trained like a man on a mission. While others rested, Derek was pushing past his limits. His goal wasn't just to compete, it was to dominate. At the 2023 Olympia, Derek came close, battling toe-to-toe with Hadi Choopan in one of the most intense showdowns in recent history. He didn't win that night, but he learned. He returned hungrier, smarter, and sharper. And this year, in 2025, all that fire exploded on stage. The Las Vegas stage was electric. The lights dimmed. The crowd roared as Derek walked out, his physique tighter, fuller, and more detailed than ever before. His condition was unreal. His balance was perfect. Every muscle fiber looked carved by the gods. Standing next to the best, Hadi Choopan, Nick Walker, Samson Dauda, Derek didn't just hold his ground, he outshined them. The judges could see it, the audience could feel it. Derek Lunsford had front double biceps, perfection. Side chest, flawless. Back lat spread, a masterpiece. The crowd erupted every time he hit a pose. This wasn't just bodybuilding, it was art in motion. And when the final callouts came, it was clear. Derek and Hadi once again stood center stage. Rivals, brothers, warriors. But this time, Derek had the edge. Derek's journey isn't just about muscles. It's about faith, family, and mindset. He's always spoken about his belief in God, his gratitude toward his wife, his fans, and his coach Haney Rambit, the mastermind behind his legendary condition. What makes Derek so special isn't just his physique, it's his heart. He represents a new era of bodybuilding, an era built on respect, sportsmanship, and passion. Derek Lunsford's victory at the 2025 Mr. Olympia is more than a win. It's proof that belief and hard work can move mountains. He's now etched his name among legends. Arnold, Ronnie, Jay, Phil, and he did it his way. For fans across the world, Derek's journey is a reminder that dreams don't come true overnight. They're earned through pain, through discipline, and through never giving up, even when the world doubts you. And as Derek lifts the sando above his head, one thing is clear: the throne has a new king. The era of Derek Lunsford has begun. So, to everyone chasing a dream, remember Derek's story. Stay humble, stay hungry, and never stop grinding. This is not the end. This is just the beginning. Derek Lunsford, 2025 Mr. Olympia champion, the new face of bodybuilding, the people's champion. The king has risen. In the world of bodybuilding, there are strong men, there are legends, and then there is Andrew Jacked, a beast carved from pure power and perfection. When Andrew steps into the light, everything around him fades. His presence alone feels like an earthquake, shaking the ground beneath the giants who dare to stand next to him. Born in Nigeria, Andrew Jacked was not just another athlete. He was born to dominate. With a background in athletics and martial arts, he carried a unique blend of power, agility, and control that very few in the sport could match. His massive frame, towering height, and perfectly balanced proportions made him look like something out of a superhero comic. Except this was no fiction. This was real, and the world was watching. When Andrew first appeared in the pro scene, fans and competitors couldn't believe their eyes. His size was monstrous, but what truly made him terrifying was the aesthetic flow of his physique. Wide shoulders, razor-sharp lines, and a waist so tight it looked unreal. A combination that's rarely seen in bodybuilding anymore. He wasn't just big, he was beautifully big. Every muscle looked hand-sculpted, every pose like a weapon. But Andrew's journey wasn't easy. Behind that confident smile and monstrous body lies years of struggle, pain, and relentless discipline. He trained like an animal, pushing his body to the edge every single day. While others rested, Andrew worked. While others doubted, Andrew believed. He knew one thing, that greatness doesn't come from luck, it comes from madness. And Andrew had that madness burning inside him. When people saw Andrew train, they saw something different. Intensity beyond human limits. He didn't just lift weights, he attacked them. The gym wasn't a place for him to train, it was his battlefield. Every rep was a war cry. Every drop of sweat, a message to his rivals. You can't outwork me. Andrew's nickname, Jacked, isn't just a name. It's a warning. But what makes Andrew truly dangerous isn't just his physique. It's his mindset. Calm, confident, and fearless. He walks into the spotlight like a king who already knows the crown belongs to him. No panic, no ego, just quiet destruction. He respects the game, but he's here to rewrite it. In every competition, Andrew carries an energy that's unmatched. You can feel it when he walks out. The air changes. The lights seem to dim around him. His body glows under the spotlight, veins popping, muscles flaring, power radiating from every inch. He moves with the grace of a panther, but strikes with the power of a lion. That's the balance that makes him lethal. Andrew Jacked is proof that evolution in bodybuilding is real. He's not just another competitor. He's a new breed of monster, a fusion of old-school aesthetics and modern-day freakish size. Every time he shows up, people wonder, how can a human look like this? But Andrew doesn't talk much. He lets his physique do the talking. And when he stands there, calm and powerful, it's like time stops. The audience knows they're witnessing something rare, the birth of a legend. Andrew's mission is simple, to become unstoppable. And with every appearance, he gets closer. He's not chasing trophies, he's chasing immortality. He wants his name written in history as one of the greatest physiques the world has ever seen. This is not just bodybuilding. This is Andrew Jack's domination era. The monster has arrived, and he's here to take over. In the dark world of muscle, mass, and madness, there rises a name that sends shivers through the bodybuilding world. Hadi Choopan, the Persian Wolf. A man built not just with iron, but with fury. A monster forged in fire, molded by pain, and driven by revenge against weakness itself. From the dusty streets of Iran to the blinding lights of the Mr. Olympia stage, Hadi's journey is not a story of luck, it's a war story. Every rep he's done, every drop of sweat that's fallen, is a battle won. He wasn't given anything, he took it. He clawed his way to the top, through sacrifice, through scars, through rejection. When Hadi steps on stage, the energy shifts. The air gets heavier. His presence is not just seen, it's felt. His muscles don't just move, they roar. Every pose is a statement. Every flex is a weapon. This isn't a man showing off his physique. It's a monster declaring dominance. They call him the Persian Wolf for a reason. He hunts in silence. He trains when the world sleeps. His eyes tell the story of hunger that never fades. When others rest, Hadi attacks the weights with a rage that could tear steel apart. His veins look like rivers of fire, his body like a fortress of carved granite. There's something terrifying about Hadi Choopan's focus. He doesn't smile, he doesn't joke, he destroys. His training is raw, savage, and unrelenting. When he lifts, you can feel the storm building in his veins. You can almost hear the iron scream under his power. This is not a bodybuilder, this is a machine of war. Years ago, many doubted him. They said he'd never make it to the Olympia stage. They said his time would never come. But Hadi didn't argue. He let his muscles speak. And when he finally arrived, the world listened. He tore through the competition, one by one, proving that no border, no politics, and no language can silence raw greatness. But Hadi's story didn't end there. He didn't stop to celebrate. He went back to the dungeon, back to the grind, back to the pain. Because Hadi doesn't chase trophies, he chases perfection. He knows the monster inside him must always be fed. Every set, every rep, every scream in the gym fuels the beast that refuses to die. When he walks into the gym, the atmosphere changes. The music fades, the noise disappears. It's just him and the iron, man versus metal. And in that moment, the iron always loses. Hadi Chupin's message is simple. Pain is fuel. He turns suffering into strength, hate into hunger, and doubt into dominance. He's living proof that no dream is too far when your heart burns hotter than your fear. So when you see him standing under the bright lights, remember, that's not just muscle you're looking at. That's thousands of hours of sacrifice. That's blood, sweat, and rage turned into art. That's what happens when you refuse to be ordinary. Hadi Chupin is not just a bodybuilder. He's a storm in human form. A monster carved by destiny, driven by willpower, and feared by weakness. The Persian wolf doesn't follow the pack. He leads it. And as long as there's iron left to lift, his legend will continue to grow, roaring through the ages. This is Hadi Chupin, the unstoppable force, the nightmare of the stage, and the monster the world will never forget. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves, because today, we're talking about a man who looks like he was sculpted out of steel and thunder. A man whose presence alone can shake the ground beneath your feet. The Colombian beast, Rubio Mascara, a walking mountain of muscle, power, and pure intensity. When you first lay eyes on Rubio, it doesn't even look real. His body looks like something out of a comic book. Traps exploding out of his neck, arms the size of boulders, and a back that looks like a set of massive wings ready to take flight. Every single muscle fiber on his body screams monster energy. But this isn't just genetics or luck. This is years of grind, pain, and obsession. Rubio Mascara didn't just build a body, he built a weapon of discipline, a weapon of dominance. And when you see him, you instantly know this man is not human. His delts look like armored shields. His biceps stretch the skin to its limit. His chest looks like it was carved by a machine built for war. This is Rubio Mosquera, a man whose every move looks like power itself. You can almost hear the weight plates screaming when he trains. Every rep is violent, every pump is explosive, and every second in the gym is a war zone. He's not just lifting weights, he's lifting the limits of what's possible. Rubio's journey started humble, born with fire in his eyes and a dream that burned brighter than the sun. He knew he wasn't meant to blend in. He was born to stand out, to dominate, to shock the world. And that's exactly what he's doing. People call him the real-life Hulk. But let's be honest, even the Hulk might look twice standing next to Rubio. His physique is beyond belief. Ultra-thick muscles, shredded skin, and proportions that defy biology. When Rubio walks into a room, you can feel the air change. Heads turn, jaws drop. Every lifter in that room knows the king has arrived. His energy, his size, his power, it's something you can't ignore. And what makes him terrifying isn't just how big he is, it's how controlled he is. Behind that monstrous body is a razor-sharp mind. He's not wild, he's focused. He knows exactly what he wants, and every move he makes brings him closer to it. When most people would quit, Rubio gets stronger. When others fear failure, he hungers for it. Because he knows failure forges champions. The way he attacks every workout, the way he handles pressure, the way he stares down challenges, it's pure predator mode. People all over the world look at Rubio and see a monster. But the truth is, he made himself that way. Through sacrifice, through sleepless nights, through relentless hunger for greatness. He's not chasing fame, he's chasing legacy. And legacy requires blood, sweat, and madness. You can see it in his eyes, that fire that says, "I'm not done yet." Every time he steps in front of a mirror, it's not vanity. It's war preparation. He's not flexing, he's transforming. Rubio Mosquera isn't here to impress. He's here to dominate. He's here to rewrite what human muscle can look like. He's here to remind the world that monsters do exist. They just wear human skin. So when you hear the name Rubial Mascara, remember this. You're not just hearing a name, you're hearing a warning. Because somewhere out there, a monster is training harder than ever. And when the smoke clears, when the lights flash, and when the crowd goes silent, you'll see him. Not as a man, but as a living legend. Rubial Mascara, the unstoppable beast, the muscle storm, the definition of raw power. This is what happens when passion becomes obsession and obsession becomes monster. In the world of bodybuilding, where strength meets art, and every rep tells a story of pain and power, one name has risen like a storm. Samson Dauda, the man they call the Nigerian lion, a beast built from pure determination, muscle, and an unbreakable will. From the moment Samson steps into the spotlight, the crowd knows they're witnessing something otherworldly. His physique doesn't just impress, it terrifies. Standing tall with muscles carved like granite, veins bursting like rivers of fire, and a presence that dominates the entire stage, Samson Dauda isn't just a bodybuilder. He's a living monster of muscle. Born in Nigeria, raised with dreams bigger than his surroundings, Samson was never handed anything. He built everything from scratch. When he first entered the gym, people laughed, doubted, and ignored him. But what they didn't know was that behind that humble face was a lion waiting to roar. Every set, every drop of sweat, every moment of pain became fuel for something unstoppable. And today, that lion roars louder than ever. Samson Dauda's transformation from an unknown athlete to a global bodybuilding icon is nothing short of legendary. His combination of size, shape, and symmetry has shocked even the most experienced judges. Those wide shoulders, mountain-sized arms, and a chest that looks like it could crush steel. Samson's physique seems beyond human limits. But behind that monstrous exterior is a discipline that would break ordinary men. While others sleep, he trains. While others rest, he grinds. His mindset is pure destruction, destroying weakness, destroying doubt. destroying everything that stands between him and greatness. When Samson walks into the gym, the energy changes. The weights look smaller. The walls seem to shake. Every movement he makes screams power. He doesn't lift for fame. He lifts for dominance. He trains to prove that monsters are real, and he's one of them. Samson's presence in bodybuilding brings a new era, the era of aesthetic mass. He's not just huge, he's perfectly proportioned. The kind of physique that looks computer-generated. His posing is pure art, power, grace, and aggression all fused into one unstoppable performance. When he hits that most muscular pose, it's like a thunderstorm of veins and muscle colliding. But what truly makes Samson Dauda terrifying isn't just his body, it's his hunger. Even after winning, even after shocking the world, he says it's not enough. He wants more. He wants to become the greatest bodybuilder to ever live. And when you look at him, you realize he might actually do it. Every rep he takes now carries the weight of destiny. Every set pushes him closer to bodybuilding immortality. Samson isn't just competing anymore, he's conquering. His rivals see him backstage and know the storm has arrived. The Nigerian lion is no longer chasing greatness. He is greatness. His rise proves that with discipline, pain, and unstoppable drive, even the impossible can be built. So the next time you see Samson Dauda on that stage, remember, what you're looking at isn't just muscle. It's years of sacrifice. It's raw ambition turned into flesh and power. He's not a man anymore. He's a monster made of muscle. He's Samson Dauda, the unstoppable, untamed, unbelievable lion of bodybuilding. In a world where only the strongest survive, one man rose from the shadows, carved from pure determination, and transformed into a living monster of muscle, Derek Lunsford. He's not just a bodybuilder. He's a human powerhouse, a modern-day gladiator who defies limits, crushes pain, and redefines what's possible for the human body. Derek Lunsford's story isn't about luck. It's about obsession, discipline, and an unstoppable hunger to dominate the world of bodybuilding. Born in Indiana, USA, Derek didn't start as a giant. He built himself into one, piece by piece, rep by rep, until every muscle screamed power. From his earliest days in the gym, he trained like a man possessed. While others were chasing fame, Derek was chasing greatness. And that's what separates him from the rest. He first caught the world's attention when he stepped into the IFBB Pro League.
Let's go. Yeah. Let's go, Derek. Squeeze, control.
Sure now, big push.
Okay, now we work.
Come on. Come on. Yup. Let's go.
Bringing a shape and symmetry that made jaws drop. His insane combination of fullness, density, and conditioning made people wonder, is this guy even real? When Derek flexes, it's like watching a machine built for war. His chest explodes with power, his arms look like sculpted steel, and his back, that back, it's a mountain range of muscle that looks like it was forged by the gods themselves. But Derek's rise wasn't easy. Every champion has a battle. Every monster has a story of pain. Lunsford faced doubt, pressure, and the impossible expectations that come with chasing the Mr. Olympia crown. Yet he never broke. He evolved. He turned every failure into fire, every struggle into strength. Then came the moment that changed everything. The 212 Olympia title. Derek didn't just win, he dominated. His physique was a fusion of art and destruction, shredded, massive, and perfectly balanced. But here's where the real monster inside him awakened. He wasn't satisfied. The 212 division couldn't contain him anymore. He stormed the open division like a beast unleashed, bringing a physique so complete, so monstrous, it looked straight out of superhero comic. And when he stood next to the giants, Nick Walker, Hadi Chupan, Samson Dauda, He didn't look out of place. He looked dominant. That's the power of Derek Lunsford. Every pose, every flex, every vein, it tells the story of a man who refused to quit. Fast forward to today. Derek is one of the most feared names in bodybuilding. His physique has evolved into something almost alien. Round muscle bellies, razor-sharp conditioning, and that unstoppable drive, the kind that makes legends. He's proof that greatness isn't given. It's earned through sweat, pain, and absolute obsession. In the gym, he's an animal. You can see it in his eyes, the laser focus, the hunger, the war inside his soul. He trains like a monster, pushing beyond limits, tearing through every barrier. When Derek Lunsford steps on stage, the crowd doesn't just see a bodybuilder, they see a force of nature. He's not chasing fame anymore. He's chasing immortality, the kind that comes when your name is etched among the greatest to ever live, the kind that lasts forever. Derek Lunsford is more than a man. He's a movement, a symbol of what happens when dedication becomes destiny. So remember his name, Derek Lunsford, the monster, the machine, the future of bodybuilding. Because when he steps on that Olympia stage, the world doesn't just watch, the world trembles. This is Derek Lunsford, the unstoppable beast of modern bodybuilding. In the world of bodybuilding, where muscle meets madness, one man has risen from the shadows of Slovakia to shake the foundations of the sport. His name is Michael Krizo, a beast forged in iron, built with rage, and fueled by an unstoppable desire to dominate. This is not your regular bodybuilder. This is Krizo the Monster. With arms that look like steel pipes and veins that crawl like serpents beneath his skin, Michael Krizo isn't just big, he's terrifyingly massive. Every rep, every set, every scream of pain has been molded into a physique that looks like it was carved by gods and finished by demons. When Krizo enters the gym, the air changes. The sound of weights clashing turns into thunder. The ground shakes under his footsteps. He trains like he's at war, not with others, but with himself. This man doesn't chase perfection. He creates it. Born in Slovakia, Michael Krizo's rise to fame wasn't overnight. He came from a small town, but his dreams were larger than life. With nothing but pure willpower and an obsession to grow beyond limits, Krizo built a physique that stunned the entire bodybuilding community. His size, shape, and muscle maturity made even legends turn their heads. When he first appeared on stage, the crowd went silent for a moment and then exploded in disbelief. His biceps looked unreal. His chest looked like armor, and his traps seemed to touch his ears. The word monster wasn't enough. People began calling him the human tank. But Krizo didn't stop there. He wanted more size, more power, more domination. When he stepped into the IFBB Pro League, many doubted him. They said he wouldn't make it against the best in the world, against men like Derek Lunsford, Nick Walker, and Samson Dauda. But Krizo had something different, a silent fire. He didn't talk much. He didn't brag. He trained. He let his muscle do the talking. And when he unleashed that insane conditioning, thick arms, full chest, granite legs, and razor-sharp cuts, the bodybuilding world knew one thing. Krizo had arrived. He's a reminder that monsters aren't born. They're built, set by set, rep by rep, in pain, sweat, and hunger. Krizo's physique is a deadly combination of mass and aesthetics. His symmetry is frightening. Wide shoulders, tiny waist, and muscles that look like they're ready to explode. His arms alone are a masterpiece, perfectly round. Insanely full and harder than rock. When he flexes, the crowd doesn't just cheer, they roar. Every photo, every video of him training goes viral. Not because he's showing off, but because his presence is unreal. His eyes lock onto the mirror like a predator watching its prey. He lifts insane weights with calm focus, veins popping like lightning. He doesn't smile. He doesn't joke. He's in another world, a world where weakness doesn't exist. Krizo's journey to Mr. Olympia isn't just about winning. It's about conquering fear, It's about proving that hard work can transform an ordinary man into something extraordinary, into a monster of muscle. Every competitor standing next to him knows one wrong move, one missed detail, and Krizo will overshadow them all. His mass, his shape, his stage presence, it's all built to dominate. The monster of Slovakia isn't slowing down. He's still evolving, still growing, still pushing beyond human limits. And as he prepares for the next Olympia, one thing is clear: the storm is coming. The monster is rising again. And when he steps on that stage, the crowd will witness something beyond belief. Michael Krizo, the Iron Beast. Because in the world of bodybuilding, there are athletes, there are champions, and then there are monsters. And Michael Krizo stands above them all. In the world of bodybuilding, one name sends chills down the spine of his rivals. Nick the Mutant Walker, a man built like a living tank, a beast forged from sheer willpower and a force that seems more machine than human. When Nick steps onto the stage, the lights dim, the crowd roars, and even the shadows seem to bow down to his monstrous presence. Nick Walker isn't just a bodybuilder. He's a walking storm, a dangerous combination of size, symmetry, and savagery. Every flex, every vein, every muscle fiber tells a story of pain, obsession, and power. He's not here to compete. He's here to dominate. To destroy, to make every other competitor feel like they're standing next to a creature from another world. They call him the Mutant for a reason. His arms look like twin cannons, his shoulders like granite boulders, and his legs thick, carved pillars of raw strength. When Nick trains, it's not just a workout, it's a war. The gym becomes his battlefield. The weights scream under his power. Sweat drips like blood from a soldier in combat. And with every rep, Nick pushes past human limits, breaking barriers most men never even dream of reaching. But Nick's rise to the top wasn't born from comfort. It came from darkness. Years of being underestimated. Years of being told he couldn't do it. He was mocked, doubted, and even injured. But he never quit. He turned that pain into fuel. He turned rejection into rage. Every time he walks onto the Mr. Olympia stage, the air changes. The lights feel colder. The audience knows something dangerous is about to happen. Because when Nick hits that first pose, the front double biceps, the crowd explodes. Every muscle looks alive, pulsing with intensity. His veins look like lightning bolts. His stare, cold, focused, and unshakable, tells you he's not here for second place. Nick Walker's mindset is what truly sets him apart. He doesn't fear pain. He embraces it. Pain, for him, is a sign of progress. He believes that true greatness is earned only through suffering, through pushing beyond exhaustion, through breaking the limits of the body and mind. That's why when most men stop, Nick keeps going. When others quit, Nick transforms. His diet, his training, his recovery, everything is calculated to the last detail. He eats with discipline, trains with fury, and rests like a machine recharging for the next battle. There's no room for weakness, no space for hesitation. In Nick's world, you either evolve or you get crushed. And now, as the road to Mr. Olympia 2025 draws closer, Nick Walker is once again entering the danger zone. Bigger, harder, sharper, ready to reclaim what he believes is his destiny. His physique has taken on a new level of refinement. His mindset is colder than ever, and his hunger for victory burns like fire. For his fans, Nick Walker is a symbol of power. For his rivals, he's a nightmare that doesn't fade. Every competitor knows if Nick steps on that stage, someone's dream is about to die. Because the mutant doesn't just aim to win, he aims to destroy. So when the lights go out and the crowd screams his name, remember this: Nick Walker isn't just a bodybuilder. He's a living weapon, a dangerous machine built for one purpose: to conquer the world of bodybuilding and leave a legacy written in muscle, sweat, and glory. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the dark side of bodybuilding. Today, we're diving into the world of a man built like a machine. A man who looks less human and more like a creature crafted for war. This is the rising beast, Vlad Suharuko. From the moment he steps into the gym, there's a different kind of energy. It's not just lifting weights, it's domination. Every rep is an attack. Every set is destruction. Every movement is fueled by raw aggression. This isn't training for aesthetics. This is training to become a monster. Born in Ukraine, Vlad Suharuko has transformed himself into one of the freakiest young bodybuilders on the planet. At just 20-something years old, he's already packing a level of mass that makes veterans of the sport stop and stare. His frame is covered in slabs of granite muscle, carved with such density and thickness that he looks like a living statue built to crush anyone who dares to stand in his way. When you see Vlad hit a pose, it's like watching a tank transform into a weaponized beast. His quads, massive, round, separated like tree trunks exploding out of the ground. His chest, thick, striated, a shield of armor that looks indestructible. His arms, boulders of pure size, veins crawling like battle scars across every inch. And his back, it doesn't just spread, it devours space. It's the kind of back that casts a shadow so wide it swallows the light around him. But make no mistake, this isn't just freak genetics. Vlad Suharuko's monster build comes from a relentless drive. Hours upon hours of blood, sweat, and pure pain inside the Iron Temple. While others quit, he goes harder. While others rest, he rises. He isn't chasing comfort. He's chasing immortality in the bodybuilding world. And here's the craziest part. He's only just getting started. What you're seeing now is just the beginning. Imagine what this monster will look like in 5 years. Imagine the growth, the refinement, the unstoppable size he's about to unleash.
Eight, 9, 10, hop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Fans have already started calling him the Ukrainian freak, and for good reason. He represents the new wave of bodybuilding, young, massive, and fearless. When Vlad Suharuko stands next to seasoned pros, he doesn't look out of place. In fact, he makes them look small. And that's a power very few athletes in this world can claim. This isn't just about bodybuilding. This is about building a legend. A man who turned himself into a walking fortress of muscle. A man who looks like he was pulled straight out of a comic book and dropped into real life. A man whose physique screams domination, destruction, and pure monster energy. So the question isn't if Vlad Suharuko will dominate. The question is when. Will he step onto the Olympia stage in the coming years and shake the entire industry? Will he become one of the freakiest champions we've ever seen? The signs are clear. The path is written, and the monster is already on the loose. Bodybuilding has always been about pushing human limits. But with Vlad Suharuko, it feels like we've gone beyond human. We've entered another category, a force of nature. So next time you hear the name Vlad Suharuko, remember this. You're not looking at just another bodybuilder. You're looking at a monster in the making. A beast forged from iron, blood, and fire. A future giant who will make the stage tremble under his weight. This is not just bodybuilding. This is Vlad Suharuko, the monster, the beast, the future. Nick Walker, a name that shakes the ground of bodybuilding like thunder ripping through the sky. He is not just a man, not just a competitor. He is a living weapon of muscle, a true beast carved from iron and pain. When Nick Walker walks into a room, you don't just see him, you feel him. His presence is so heavy, so monstrous, it crushes the silence and forces every eye to lock on him. From his early days, Nick carried a vision that others would have called impossible. But impossible is not in his vocabulary. He trained like a machine possessed, rep after rep. Hour after hour, building an armor of size and density that the human eye struggles to comprehend. His arms look like they were forged out of steel, his chest like a fortress, his legs like massive pillars holding up a kingdom of raw power. Nick Walker isn't chasing perfection. He is rewriting what perfection even means. The mutant, that's what the world calls him. And the name fits like prophecy, because when you look at him, you see more than a bodybuilder. You see something beyond human limits. A creation so massive, so grainy, so freakishly conditioned that it leaves people questioning, how is this even possible? His veins crawl across his muscles like raging rivers, each cut and striation carved deeper than the last. Every flex looks like an explosion, every pose like a war cry. Nick Walker is not here for average. He's not here for normal. He's here to dominate. to destroy, to claim his place as one of the most monstrous physiques the world has ever witnessed. And that mindset is what separates him from everyone else. He lives and breathes this life. His discipline is legendary. While others rest, Nick is grinding. While others dream, Nick is turning those dreams into muscle, into mass, into unstoppable reality. People call him dangerous in the world of bodybuilding because of one simple reason. He doesn't just compete, he But behind a monstrous physique lies an even more powerful mind. Nick is obsessed with greatness. He knows that being massive is not enough. It's about balance, symmetry, and freaky conditioning. And he brings all three together in a way that few in history ever have. His rise has been meteoric, shocking even the veterans of the sport. One year after another, he keeps leveling up, adding more thickness, more detail, more freak factor. He looks at the world not with fear, but with hunger. The hunger to prove that he is unstoppable. Nick Walker represents the future of bodybuilding, but he also carries the spirit of the old school monsters. That blend of size and conditioning. Of freaky power and razor-sharp cuts. It's the perfect storm. And make no mistake, Nick is only just getting started. The world watches him with awe, with shock, with fear. Because when Nick Walker enters, everything changes. He redefines what it means to be a mass monster. He breaks the limits of human shape. And he shows us that evolution doesn't just happen. It's built rep by rep, set by set, through years of blood, sweat, and sacrifice. Nick Walker is not just a man. He is a monster, a beast sculpted by discipline, a warrior driven by obsession, a living legend in progress. And as time moves forward, one thing is clear. The mutant is here to dominate, and no force on earth can hold him back.